Hello, Ethan.
I'm surprisingly good at doing a high pitch voice.
Yes. You should see what this looks like in Dusty at the minute. It's so
Is it like
funny.
flipping?
It's just like straight
You're
up.
giving away. You're giving away our secrets.
Oh, everyone knows we use Audacity.
I know you probably said that about a million times, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
This fucking bridge. So,
Guess what?
do you want to explain? Do you want to explain why there's no flipping gameplay?
Yeah, no, not really.
Alo doesn't know how to work his capture card anymore.
It's broken, I think. But
Think
it's,
he'll ever get it fixed?
I don't know. But it's Halloween. Well, it's it's
Ish.
it's the Tuesday before Halloween. It is Tuesday.
When's the
Yeah,
fam? Let the legs.
I think it's usually on Halloween, isn't it? I mean, Ethan, it's got a few scary stories to tell.
Yep. Or I
Scary.
fell. No, died. Yeah, died.
Yeah,
Accident.
but
I
but
say.
before that, we've got good news. GTA is actually out after ages of waiting.
Is that how long it is since we last recorded?
Yeah,
Well,
but saying that, it was like when we started our new school, which was what, a month ago.
first day I liked it. First week I liked it.
Now,
Third week I
hate
hated
it.
it.
It's not the school or the teachers or anything. It's just school in general.
Yes, it is.
Like, I don't
Well, at
know.
least a few of them it is.
There's no like teachers I really like properly despise. There's
Oh
teachers.
no, yeah. One I really, really, really despise.
There's no one that I properly despise. Right. Before we get into all this new stuff and stuffs, right, let's start our new stories
Oh, can I go first?
if you really want.
So we short one.
How don't I find mine?
I'll read who it's by. It's called "This Is Why I Hate Being Alone." What just happened? Question mark, and it is by Boy Pa. And if you don't like me reading this out, stuff it up your ass. No joking. Right, anyway. I know this is for stories, but what I'm going to type is true. Should have read that part before I read it. It happened 30 minutes ago. This is the best subreddit I could think of to post and ask for my advice. I'm home alone as my parents went to a family gathering. As soon as they left, I decided to lounge on the family room couch, blast some music, and read a book on my laptop because that's what everyone does. That was my comment, by the way. My right foot was hanging off the couch. I was intensely reading 50 Shades of Grey, completely absorbed in the story, so I wasn't thinking about my surroundings at all. I sat up a bit to change position, my eyes still glued to the screen, and I accidentally stepped on my dog, whom I didn't realise was lying on the floor in front of me. Wasn't that nice? He didn't take any. He didn't make any sound, so I knew I didn't hurt him. I just said sorry, sweetie, patted his tummy, and
Oh,
didn't think anything about it. His tummy was warm, and I felt that he was breathing extremely heavily. This is what happens when he's dreaming, so I assumed he was just asleep. I'll say this again: my eyes were glued to the screen while doing all of this. For a moment, my mind faded away to the novel, and I wondered if I should check the phone to see if my parents called. Then I thought about my dog and decided to give him another pat. This time, while actually looking at him, only when I looked down to pat him, he wasn't there. He was nowhere in the room. My light just flickered when I said that. That scared me. In
it's funny.
fact, he was nowhere in the house.
My
I
dog's in
forgot
my
that he was
bed.
outside and had been since an hour ago when I took him out. What the effing F happened? I know I touched something living. It's not like I mistook the carpet for my dog. What I touched was warm, furry, and breathing. I'm so incredibly scared. I've been outside with my dog since it happened because he's the only person here with. I'm not going to go back into that house until my parents come home. Please tell me that my mind was just playing a horrible trick on me. I can't deal with this right now. Well, my advice is run, bitch.
Keep an eye on your dog. God.
See, if that is actually true, that's creepy.
Yeah, my
I
one
mean,
is
that's very,
apparently true.
really creepy.
The one I've got's called the clown statue, and it's told by Tamara S.
Let's
So and
go.
so friend, a girl teens, is babysitting for family in Newport Beach, California. The family is wealthy and has a very large house. You know, the sort with ridiculous amounts of rooms. Anyway, the parents are going out for a late dinner movie. The father tells the babysitter Once the children go into bed, she should not go into the specific room. Really, she was wondering about this house and she watched the TV. The parents take off as soon as she gets the kids into bed and goes into the room to watch TV.
Sorry, that was scary.
She tries to watch the TV, but is disturbed by the clown statue sitting in the
Oh my
corner of the
god.
room. She tries
Oh
to
my god, it's
ignore it.
not a statue, is it?
What?
Actually, no. It's not a clown statue, is it? It's a real clown. He's going to murder the whole family. Ah!
She tries watching TV, but she is disturbed by the clown statue sitting in the corner of the room. She tries ignoring it as long as possible, but it starts freaking her out so much she can't handle it. She resorts to calling the father and asks, "Hey, the kids are in bed. Is it okay if I switch rooms? The clown statue is really creeping me out." The father says seriously, "Get the kids, go next door and call 911." She asks what's going on. He responds, "Just go next
9-9.
door and call the
You from?
police. Call me back." She gets the kids, goes next door and calls the police. When the police are on their way, she calls the father and asks really what's going on. He responds, "We don't have a clown statue." Then he further explains that the children have been complaining about a clown watching them as they sleep, and he and his wife have just had it blown off, assuming that they were having nightmares. The police arrived and apprehended the clown, who turns out to be a midget clown. I guess he was a homeless person dressed as a clown who somehow got into the house and's been living there for several weeks. He would come into the kids' room at night and watch them as they slept. As the house was so large, he was able to avoid being detected, surviving off their food, etc. He had been in the TV room right before the babysitter came in there. She had, when she entered, he didn't have enough time to hide, so just he froze in place and pretended to be a statue. Christ, that's scary.
I was like, why is there a clown in my room?
Could you imagine your
Oh, really?
parents?
Why would you be afraid of a midget clown? Because you're not just like Bruce Lee and fly kicking the base.
I don't know. She didn't know
That
it
is
was
creepy.
alive. Right, Ethan, it's your
That
turn.
is,
You got one. You got one. And there's people killing me
right,
apparently in GTA.
this one's pretty short. I have to zoom in here, please. Blind as a bat. Right, that's right. I finally heard why did a wee granny just pulled me out of my car in GTA. Still shook up from that clown. Right, that's it. One upvote it has. It's by in Rutus and it's called a faint noise. It's quite short. I finally heard a faint noise in the distance and I began to make my way towards it. Being stuck here for so long, trapped in an inescapable nightmare, I was begging for some sign of life. When I got there wasn't much left. Nothing substantial. Whoever was here, they got what they wanted. Now they've vanished into the night. I looked down and tried to make what was mercifully left on the ground for me. I feel so famished. Like it has been days since I've seen food. Suddenly I hear something again. What was that?
Nice guy.
See my amazing acting there. No, that was in the story. What's that? Sounds like shuffling and wait. A whimper. It's close. Could be a dog. I make my way slowly as to not scare it away. It's a little boy. He's hurt. He can't walk. Perfect. Like I said, I'm starving. What? That's not scary. That's just creepy.
What is it, my turn again?
Yeah.
How long? Right, which one will I do? I'll do one everyone has heard of. Killer in the Back Seat. I don't know, where is it? This person's one of it.
Oh, no, got one bit of chocolate. Chocolate.
They've got to say, the only reason I know this one is because of, what do you call that movie? Urban Legends, is it? Oh, where is it?
Is it Hitchhiker?
Killer in the Back Seat. By Sammy Curtis. Davis. Oh, no. By David Ermey. One night a woman went out for drinks with her girlfriends. She left the bar fairly late. What? She left the bar fairly late at night, got in a car onto deserted highway. After a few minutes, she noticed a lone pair of headlights in her car rear view mirror, approaching at a pace just slightly quicker than hers. As the car pulled up behind her, she glanced and saw the turn signal on the way. The car was going to pass when she suddenly swerved back behind her and pulled up dangerously to her tailgate and flashed bright lights. Now she was getting nervous. The lights dimmed for a moment, and then the bright lights came back on. The car behind her surged forward and frightened the woman, struggling to keep her eye on the road, and fought the urge to look at the car behind her. Finally, her exit approached, but the car continued to follow, flashing the bright lights periodically. Through every stoplight and turn, it followed her until she pulled up into her driveway. She figured her only hope was to make a mad dash into the house and call the police. As she flew from the car, the driver behind her said, or driver behind her, and he screamed, "Lock the door and call the police. Call 911." Uh, when the police arrived, the horrible truth finally revealed to the woman. The man in the car had been trying to save her. As he pulled up the car the behind her and his headlights illuminated the car, he saw a silhouette of a man with a butcher knife rising up from the back seat to stab her. So he flashed bright lights and figured crouched down. That's that's it. That, that that's real. Even that's real. That's that's like better than Emmerdale.
I thought I'm up down yesterday.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Anything's possible over here, really. Right. Let's see. You had any scary stories up your own before?
I did have a scary one a while ago. I wonder where. I don't look for it on the computer. I look on it from. Remember
Not
that
any
one?
real ones.
No, trying to think. My dad's told me loads of like ones that like obviously like aren't really that real, but you kind of believe them when you're like 6.
Um,
Like there's apparently like ghost like that goes down one of the bridges where I live, but for some reason I doubt it. For some reason I doubt it.
well,
Oh,
I have
there's
one
the
roughly scary one when I was trick or treating when I was younger. Someone around my street, like, you know those statues that you leave out Halloween and stuff, like they leave bowls of sweets on them.
yeah.
And I thought it was just a statue, and I went up to take loads of sweets, and then he sort of moved it because he was dressed up and he scared me,
Wow.
and I was very very scared.
Wow. Wait.
And then last year or the year before that even, I dressed up as Jigsaw from Saw and hid in like a big bag in my porch. So whenever someone came up trick or treating, and one was all, because my sister told me I was going to scare him from behind the door, and he's all, "Oh, thank God Ethan wasn't there," and I just popped out of this big bag and he like near tripped backwards and run out of the porch. I
Well,
laughed and
like
laughed
this is one
and
that's
laughed.
like it's not happened to me or like not happened to anyone I know, but like have you heard about the people that get eaten by the pigs and stuff?
Nope.
That's like one of the ones like that they do because like pigs would eat anything. So what they do is they like tie up the person and get them to eat, like get the pig to eat them. Like, even just
That'd be scary, Mickey's.
I've
Let's
been
see what
chased
other
by
one
a
have I got
fox
here.
before.
Hmm?
I've been chased by a fox before. So yeah, that's
Horrifying. That is horrifying, Alan. And I'm not gonna be able to sleep just imagine you being chased by a fox.
yeah, scary. I got something to tell you, like, but I don't want to tell you if this recording. I'll tell you later. It's pretty. It actually scares me. It's. I don't know. Put it in Skype.
Put it into the chat, yeah,
Yeah,
because you'd probably end up forgetting.
yeah. Right. How
Yes.
do I do
Not
this?
right now.
Don't. Yeah, they're shocking.
Ah! That is actually quite bad. Okay, let's see. This is a new one by Ghosting Culture called I just grabbed my finger. It's called it's not called I just grabbed my finger. It's called Do Monsters Deserve Love?
Yes,
You'll
it do. Look at Frankenstein. He
What
got
do you
love.
know of monsters? What do monsters know of you? I know a lot about monsters. Monsters know a lot about me.
Is that actually
I
in
don't
it?
know what time it is. Yeah, that's the start of it. I don't know what time it is anymore. I've lost track. I sleep at odd times, only for brief moments. Small snatches of time where I'm not haunted by my past, by him. I woke up in the
Ooh.
dark, immediately scared. My eyes darted around the room, dots at the corner of my eyes, but no figure, no movement. I gazed towards the window. Say, living life here with a window in his room. I have one too, but whatever. Tendrils of light coiled through the slits of my curtains, making specks of dust dance in its beam. I threw the sheets off me and rushed towards the window. It's disgusting to cover up chair. The moment I pushed my curtains open, say people can see him now, letting the morning sun spill in, illuminating the room. I felt relief. For the first time in days, I felt relief. There will always be dawn. That will never change. The sun will always rise again. I took a few deep breaths before turning to look at my room. It has been a mess lately. Papers thrown everywhere. Salt circles on the floor. I don't understand that. Is that like,
That's like how you get rid of vampires or whatever. Or zombies as well. Well, like spiritual zombies or whatever. Like the like
aha,
zombies that are like
occult
voodoo.
books thrown open with tabs on pages with no connections. Was Michael watching? Hi, Michael.
Who's Michael? From GTA?
Yeah. Was he waiting? I touched a bruise on my arm from the night before. Faint handprints wrapped around my skin in a purple hue, if that's how I'm pronouncing it right. My eyes drifted up to the doorway and he was there, smiling. See you in the laughter. Scrap that, let me do it again. See you in the afterlife, Maggie. I'm good at that. I stood still, staring at him. He looked the same, but different. It was his eyes that had really changed. No longer was there a sadness, but an emptiness. I'm so sorry, Michael, I whispered for the millionth time since he had died. Oh God.
Oh,
For the
oh.
thousandth time he had
GTA
started
spoiler
haunting.
there.
Yeah. For the hundredth time since the night before, I was always apologizing and his expression never changed. See you in the afterlife, Maggie. Why does he always say that? It was all over, he said. He never said anything else, just those words over and over and over and over and over and over. It was enough to drive anyone crazy. It was enough to begin to drive me crazy. Please don't let me go crazy. No sleep. Okay, that didn't make much sense why that was all laying out in like one word. Tomorrow hangs over my head. I have no idea what will happen in the next 2 days. Michael grows stronger every day. I can see him in the doorway just waiting. The only thing between us is the space of the floor between the bed. A thin salt barrier keeping him from moving closer, and I kept searching. I am reading and circling, tabbing and highlighting anything that could help. How do I kill the dead? How do I bring my friends back? How do I earn forgiveness for the horrors I've done?
That's
You
easy. Go
can't.
to
You
a priest.
go to jail. There are no answers. There are no answers. No answers. 3 times and they're all different. So I am waiting. My only company, the boy who I killed. It's not very good company, really. Perhaps some of you are right when you say that. My phone went off. Professional here. Where was I? My only company, the boy I killed. Perhaps some of you are right, saying that the love spell that killed him bound us for eternity. Maybe he's waiting for me to join him. He's just in love. We're all just in love with something. Penny was in love with games, and it got her killed. GTA. Helen was in love with passion, and it got her killed. Emmett was in love with flirting, and it got him killed. Hank and Laverne were in love, and it got them killed. Laverne. That always reminds me of Scrubs.
What's actually happening in this story at the minute?
I don't know.
Oh, is this like a
Penny
prostitute
fell
that goes
through
around
the ice
killing
when she
people?
tried to find a new hiding spot. Helen was raped and murdered. Uh, just another prostitute to be used and thrown away. Okay, that's a bit much.
Dark.
Emmett was beaten, dragged behind a truck, and thrown into Mississippi after flirting with a white woman. Okay, now I get it. Hank and Laverne find themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time while being tourists in New York. 1972, 1836, 1955, 1984. Gone, 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 gone. It's not paranormal to die. It's paranormal to stay with the living when you belong with the dead. What if that's what's in store for me? Maybe I belong with the dead. I always have. Why not make it permanent? All I would have to do is step over the thin line of self. I'm sure Michael would make the transition easy. He loves me after all. I love him after all. Love is going to kill me. Got chocolate there.
Yeah, I didn't really follow that good.
Neither did I.
If you really want, like,
Wasn't that good.
you know my big
Next one I'll
massive
read.
story I did for English like last year?
Yeah,
Yeah, do you want me to find it?
if you want, yeah.
Hold on, get the police rid of me.
That one wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to build up into something really, really good.
Oh, but you know what I've been watching? It's actually it's turned out to be a pretty good TV program. Bates Motel.
Never heard of it.
It's about Norman Bates and stuff. It's about Psycho before Psycho happened. R.I.P. Alfred Hitchcock.
He's dead?
Yeah,
Why'd you?
pretty sure he died like when he was making Birds. I'm pretty sure.
It's like the movie Birds up in here. That's what I was like whenever you go uptown. There's birds everywhere.
Yeah, it is.
When you see pigeons.
And then there's seagulls everywhere, but you've got to wonder, we're nowhere near the sea. Where do they come from?
The gull.
No.
Oh, wrecking car.
Right, where is my one? Where is my one? Where is
Where'd you
my
find it?
one? Where's my one?
I should do. Oh, can I do it in my Morgan Freeman voice?
Yeah, if you want, I'll put it in the chat and you can read it.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, this is about 4 pages long.
Okay, I might read it.
Control
Okay,
C.
I'll read this. The man outside my window is by 1234 FUCK.
There you go.
Lovely name here. Okay.
It's funny because
Okay, that's too. Alright, hold on. Because of Skype chat, I have to copy and paste this here and put it into Flip Microsoft Word.
you have to keep in mind I put some funny references in it, and some some people will get it, other people just won't.
Will I get them?
You might. Do you know who Bruce Campbell is?
Of course not. No. No,
And then you probably won't get the funniest thing.
Okay, okay. I'll read the man outside my window first. Actually, no, I'll read yours first. I'm more free voice.
Yeah,
This round is called
I'm gonna
Dream
tell
of
you there's a
Demons.
lot of mistakes in my one.
Every school has an empty room that no one wants to go to. The next time you walk past the one in your school, remember this story. It was a cold, dark, stormy night. 5 teenagers were snug in bed. They never knew. They didn't know what they did that night had anything to do with the freak storms they had witnessed that night. Good at this. Their town was a small town. Everyone knew. The town was usually a quiet town. I'd be talking about Lurgan, like,
Could be Lurgan.
Nothing really happened that often. There were legends about why the town was so quiet. One of them was the spirit of Wandy.
Yes. Yeah, you're not gonna get that reference. I tell you that now.
Okay. Was woken. The people that woke him would be haunted to the point of suicide. Aren't you a cheerful one, Alan?
Yeah.
Five teenagers were Derek, Luke, Zoe, Christy. They all went to the same school and were friends. They all lived fairly close together. The night before it happened, they all went out to the town centre where one tree lay. There's even a tree in Lurgan. This isn't based in Lurgan, is it?
No, it isn't. Based
Yes,
on a
then
made up
I knew
town.
that from the start. Let's see the word bag right now. Hold on.
What?
I don't know. Oh, yep. The roots grew, tangled, twisted, and gnarled. There's a red line under that word.
Is it
This tree
snarled?
apparently marked Wandy's grave. When they got there, they decided to test the legend. Each of them picked up a bottle and banged them together. The third time they banged the bottles, it started to rain from the glorious sun they had all day. They all rushed home. Bunch of wimps. That night they all went to bed, the rain pelting in the windows, the thunder getting closer and closer. They all had the same dream. The dream was they were strapped to a table and there was a pendulum with blades on the side. And an old man covered in blood was slowly lowering it with a rope. They all woke apart from one, and one died. Yes? Would
Yeah,
it be right saying
basically.
that?
Yeah, you're right to
Yeah.
say that.
He was killed in the dream.
I don't know. Why don't you find out?
Okay. The next day, they were at school. They noticed one of them was missing. It was Luke. This was unusual because Luke never missed school. Zoe was particularly worried as they walked to school together. John started to explain the strange dream. The rest of the group were amazed they all had the same dream. During assembly that morning, it was announced that Luke was dead. They also said it looked like self-harm. The group knew that Luke couldn't kill himself because he was sleeping, probably. Later, Zoe was gazing out the window. She had seen the old man still covered in blood, smiling at her through the window. Then she blinked. He was gone. Who's the old man, Alan?
I can't remember.
Can I give the old man a name?
I think we give him a name later on, but you can change it. You can give him a name now, and then you just have to change it when you get to his name.
Okay, his new name is. Hang on, I think. Okay, that'll work. Where am I? When Zoe got home, there was paper lying on the table. This was weird because her mum or dad wouldn't be home for a while. The main headline was "Teenager found dead in abandoned warehouse." The picture was like, they don't put a photo of the dead teenager.
But I don't.
Do they?
So do
Anyway, this is
sometimes.
a horror story. She noticed his stomach had been slashed by a hook. She looked up and the old man, Nigel, was there. This time closer, she blinked. She blinked. Okay, she blinked him. That doesn't make sense. And the newspaper was gone. I'm going to take that as she blinked and he wasn't in the newspaper. It was gone, or she looked at the newspaper. Was he in the house or was he in the newspaper?
I don't know. It could have been in both. I can't remember when I was writing this.
Okay, when Zoe got home, there was a newspaper lying on the. Oh god. Okay, that paragraph. Okay. Oh yeah. That night, they had a different dream that they were stabbed into a chair and chisels put under each nail, and then the old man walked in with a hammer, like scrag, and then pulled back the hammer slowly. They let go. He done this one by one, each finger, until the nails had come off. That sounds sore.
Very.
Then he picked up one chisel, lifted the eyelid, and sat gently on the back of the eyeball, then slowly lifted the hammer above his head and dropped it. He put so much force into the swing that all the flesh from behind the eye had torn up from the skull. This is disgusting, although
This
where you sack here. Then
is
he hit the
last year,
chisel
was it?
again, and it came out the back of the skull. The three woke up. Oh, it couldn't get much worse than that, could it?
Oh, I can't remember. Hold on, I'll read on. Where is it?
Uh,
Here.
hang on, it's near over. The next day on the radio, Zoe heard the announcement that Christy was found outside her garage with a chisel through her eye. She rushed to Derek's house to tell him the news, then rushed to John's to discuss her dreams. And Zoe seen him again, the old man. Now he was closer than last time. She blinked. Nigel was gone. After school, she went to the library to research Wandy. Then she saw him, the old man. He was in the book. In the sub-caption, it read,
Nigel.
Nigel. Loyal servant. One. What name is Abaddon? Abaddon?
It's like
The old
the
man had
god
a
of
name.
goats or
It was
something.
Nigel. That night, the dream was John and Derek on a podium in front of a large crowd of people. There were two nooses round each of their neck. Oh, you're gruesome. Then Nigel walked out and pulled the lever in the trapdoor and below their feet. And then there was one. Ah! There was one Zoe sitting on the wall. In came Nigel and stabbed her in the face. It's like that scene where Darrell stabbed Merle. And then Merle's face was all mushy peas.
Did that? Oh, I must change the end, did it?
No, that's not the actual ending. That was just me singing the
Oh, that's
song.
all right. I thought
The
it
next
changed.
day, Zoe went to the local priest for advice. To be honest, I'd rather go to the police first.
Yeah, but
But this is a story.
yeah.
When he locked the door. She watched him transform into this demon shape, and he got really ill.
What?
After tonight, I will have my eternal rest. Oh, come on, the priest puns here. He disappeared, leaving nothing but a key. Zoe opened the door. Everyone she seen was the dreaded Nigel. When she got home, she went straight to bed. And this one, she was dragged through her school by her nose. I'm just gonna imagine it's like two spoons up her nose, like up her nostrils, dragging her up. She was then put in the lecture hall and strapped to a table. And then it's like the scene from Matilda where the wee fat kid has to eat all the cake. Nigel brought a strange tray towards her. I picked a pair of pliers and pulled her tongue with them. Then got a knife and cut her tongue out so she couldn't scream. Then pulled it all her teeth out one by one. Finally, he taped a glass with the mouse under her stomach. He taped a glass with a mouse. Computer mouse?
No, like squeak squeak mouse.
The computer mouse slowly started chewing through her stomach. On his way out, Nigel knocked over a glass full of mice. She was found after the weekend. She was eaten by mice, but the town never rained again. But the lecture hall was out of bounds. Forever. Wait, how old were you when you wrote that?
That was last year.
That's quite impressive.
I thought you had read it before.
Scary, gruesome, and weird, but impressive.
Yes, this is why I got to write our movie, Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. We have to say the movie is actually made now. Like it's like it's sitting there, and all we have to do is like make it. As like yeah,
Is it?
yeah. Sure, I've sent it.
Oh, he did actually. Um,
Anything
cup of
else?
tea. It's not actually tea. It's water. Okay. Do you want to read out the man outside my window?
The one day. It's probably very
I read it
similar
in
to
like
the one you done.
uh
Probably similar to this one you done earlier about the boy seeing
oh
people
no,
at his window.
this one's a pretty this one's longer.
What night? Do you want me to read one now? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll find a good one. Uh, right. What about the dead boyfriend?
I don't want a story of your life. Oh, only joking. Only joking. Yeah, sure, read that one out. Yeah, that's a soundboard app. Ignore that. So if you know what it is.
I've got soundboards as well, Ethan.
No, don't play them. No, I was just looking
Uh, a girl and her boyfriend are making out in the car in his car. They had parked in the woods so no one would see them. When they were done, the boy got out to go for a piss, and the girlfriend was waiting in the car safe in the safety of
Go
the
for
car.
it.
I changed it from pee to piss. After waiting 5 minutes, the girl got out car to look for her boyfriend. Suddenly sees a man in the shadows. Scared, She gets back into the car and drives away quickly. She hears a very faint squeak, squeak, squeak. This continued for a few seconds until she decided she had no choice but to drive off. She hit the gas as hard as possible, but couldn't go anywhere because someone had tied a rope to the bumper of the car to a nearby tree. Well, the girl slammed on the gas again and hears a loud scream. She gets out of the car and realizes that her boyfriend is hanging from a tree. Squeaking noises were his shoes scraping across the car. Uh, that's the scene,
Have a
right?
good time. No?
That's it. Yeah, that's... Oh, and that was done by David Ermey again.
He's good at them, I think.
Which one was he done before? Ethan, this is actually quite scary. Have you ever heard of it? Have, have you ever heard of Humans Can Lick Too?
Can I read one out again?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll do
This
my
is
next one.
this is the scariest one ever. It's even got some theme song with it. Scary, huh?
Yeah.
Join my game on GTA, will you?
Have you even sent me a thing for it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, do you want to end it there?
No, no, get your story. Get your story in. And I haven't actually
Okay.
talked much about anything else, really. This is going to be a special. It's going to be... we're going to try and make it like an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Right, Ethan, read your story.
Okay. Okay, there have been strange things that have been happening to me and around me recently. I don't know what to do anymore. I've tried ignoring it, but it has all been growing slightly worse and I need help. This all started about 3 months ago when I woke up one morning and walked into the living room. And my parents were talking about something and my stepdad looked at me and asked if I'd moved the chairs around in the yard yesterday. After they left, I looked up at them strangely and said, yes. And we jokingly said, no. After that, I walked to the back door and opened it, looking out into the yard, and when I looked to the right, my heart sank a bit. One of the lawn chairs had been moved in front of my window. So when I walked out into the yard and sat in the chair looking at my window, I noticed that from the angle I was at, sorry,
Ethan, have you
it's hard.
lost?
No, it's just difficult to read here. Need to zoom in on it. It's really small.
Where are you getting these
Okay,
ones off?
read it. But from outside, you could see everything I was doing in my room. I shivered a little bit as I moved back into the chair where it belonged out into the yard and came back inside. Now a little backstory why this freaked me out. Despite the obvious reasons, my parents had left for a party around 6 p.m. I was left in the house all alone. I had stayed awake maybe a couple of hours before I decided to go to sleep because quite frankly I hate being alone. It just freaks me out in general to think someone was watching me when I was alone. Just takes it to the next level. I'm sorry, I can't read here. To top the whole thing off, though, is my bed. It's right across the room from the window, so whoever had a clear view of me while I slept. Well, for the next few weeks, my nerves calmed down as nothing else had happened, and I just played it off as a prank my stepdad pulled on me. Because to be honest, he does that all the time to me. About a month and a half ago, we fell in hard times, and my stepdad took a job in Chicago while my mother worked double shifts, so I was left all alone all the time when I was home then. After about a week of this, I started to hear my dog bark every night. At first it scared me, but then I played it off. What was that, Alan?
That was me coughing.
I'm not used to talking this much anymore. Where was it? Okay, I played off the fact he barks at everything, until the night I heard him begin to bark, and then I heard him start wailing loudly. I waited a few minutes before I poked my head out the door and whistled, praying he would come. After a minute or two, he came limping to me, holding his front paw, or at least what was left of it anyway. I choked back my puke before I let him into the house, and I tied a rag around his leg, cutting off the blood before I could call the police. They came to the house and looked around the yard, but told me there was no sign that anyone had been there. One of them took a look at my dog's leg and told me it looked like he had been hit by a dull machete or something of that nature.
Ethan, are you Seagull?
No.
Who are you in GTA?
What?
Who are you in GTA?
Are you in my game?
Yeah,
Are you?
yeah.
Or?
I'm in pacifist mode, I think.
Oh. Um. They told me they would take it with them to the veterinary clinic for me since I had no vehicle and my parents were away. They told me to lock the doors and keep contact with someone constantly until my mum got home. The next few nights passed almost sleeplessly as every crack of a twig on the ground or every rustle of the leaves on the ground panicked me and caused me to flip out. But after a few nights of nothing more than that, I started to relax and calm down. That's just something you don't do. I live out in the woods and there were all kinds of little woodland creatures
Like
scurrying
this,
around.
this is
I,
getting
I
worse
was
and
sitting
worse.
I know. I was sitting on a Skype call with my friend with my back to the window, and
Oh.
then there was a large turd. Oh, thud, not turd, against my window. I was staring at the screen as my friend's eyes got wide and wide, and they put their hand over their mouth. I turned to see a handprint on my window, so I jumped out and pulled my curtains before coming back to the computer shaking a bit. Yeah, just come back. Ignore that. It's fine. So I looked at my friend, still wide-eyed. I asked them what they had seen, and they took a deep breath and explained to me that they saw a man's hand smack the window and then disappear from view. I would have thought that my friend was bullshitting if I hadn't seen the handprint on the window before I asked them. And then we get to what happened just last night. I was sitting in my room reading a book when I heard this sound from the yard. It was a kind of soft thud that grew louder as it went on. I looked out my window, seeing nothing but darkness, so I pulled my curtains and got my baseball bat close and continued reading, trying to ignore it. That's what you do. I'm just reading 50 Shades of Grey. Scrolling down here, get a sec. Where am I? After what seemed like an hour or so of this, it stopped for about half a minute, and then I heard creaking, then the sound of wood snapping. Before I knew it, my window shattered and tree limbs and branches came flying into my room. I yelled and jumped back against the wall and closed my eyes. After about a minute, I opened them to find the tree had fallen into my house and came through my window and had partially destroyed my attic. I called the police and the fire department to come help me. When they got there, I came outside with them to the tree, and what made my blood feel like it had frozen in my veins. The tree looked like someone had chopped it down. The fire department cleared it after working all night and all day, and my parents' room was on the other side of the house, so my mum's letting me sleep there for now until we get it fixed. I don't know who's done this or why. All I know is that I've been closer to the window. I would have died last night. I'll try and keep you in the loop if anything else happens, but if you know how to help, please let me know. Wait, hang on. Or it's a true story.
Ethan, you're describing quite a bit like what's happening right now. Apart from Lucky's on the bed
That's
beside me.
great.
Don't let me tell you something that's scary that actually happened to me though. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, it was late at night, and I'm not sure if this actually happened or if it was like me being like stupid and just like seeing things asleep in. But like I was laying in bed, and our blinds are really weird in my bedroom. It's like it sort of like opens a bit, and then there's a gap, and then it's closed between each one. But like there's a bright light, and I seen like a man standing at my window one night. It was an old man, and I was like, "No, go home."
No, go where?
Just me being like me just being unsociable. Like go home. I don't care what's wrong with you.
Was he asking for help?
No, it was just like a random old man, just like at my window, just looking in.
Was this at night?
Yeah. If it was during the day, I wouldn't be freaked out because I wouldn't known if it was like one of my neighbors or anything. Like,
Really?
so like I don't know, but I'm not even sure if it's like just because I was sleeping or what. Right, Ethan, tell me your player's name, and I can come get you and come to find you.
My player's name is Ethan. Oh,
What's your name?
Agent for same as my gamer tag.
But there's no Agent Kerplunker.
And you're not in my game.
Check to see if I'm there. Because I joined the session that you were in.
What do you need to join it again?
Send me
Should
a
I read
job
out another
invite or
story?
something. What?
Should I read out another story?
Do you want me to do one?
Yeah,
That's
I
all
do.
right.
I'm with you.
I don't really like reading stuff.
Worst fear was confirmed last night by Earless Microwave. What a legend of a name.
Hold on, do you want me to read you this one?
What?
Humans can lick too. Oh, this is really right. A young girl named Lisa often went often left alone at home because her parents worked late, so they bought her a dog to protect her and keep her company. One night Lisa was awakened by constant dripping sounds. She got up, went to the kitchen, and turned off the top properly. As she was getting back into the bed, she stuck her hand under the bed, and the dog licked her. T- the dog licked it, reassuring. The dripping sound continued, so she went back into the bathroom, turned off the tap properly in there too. So she went back to her bedroom again, stuck her hand under the bed, and the dog licked it, but the dripping continued. So she went outside, turned off all the taps there, and came back to her bed and stuck her hand under the bed, and the dog licked it again. Still dripping continued, drip, drip, drip. This time she listened and
Isn't it?
located the source of the drip. It was coming from the cupboard. She opened the cupboard door, and the dog was hanging upside down with its neck cut, and written on the window on the inside of the cupboard was "Humans can lick too." So yeah, there you go.
Would you not be able to tell the difference between a human tongue licking your hand and a dog's tongue?
I don't know.
Anyway, enough of you describing your average night, Alan. What
That's
do you
not
do when you get
nice.
free time? My joking. Wait. Oh.
Well,
Okay. Well, I read this here. My worst fear was confirmed last night thing.
yep.
Okay. In high school psych class, I don't know, psychology, I don't know, whatever, we learned the story of Kitty Genovese, a woman who was attacked and stabbed to death over a span of nearly 3 hours while her neighbours listened to her screams for help.
They're not
The lesson
nice.
was what a group of passive individuals will experience diminished responsibility when they feel that someone else in the crowd will take care of the matter. Kitty was stabbed to death at 3 a.m. while walking at the back door of her New York City apartment building. Her assailant attacked her while her neighbours listened to her screams of agony from the comfort of their homes and sat idly as her murder returned on two separate occasions throughout the night to stab herself more times. Aren't these lovely neighbours? You just love the film.
Even for all I know, this could be about like what happened to me like that night. The old man just at my window.
Okay, I think it sounds a bit different. Um, okay. Living in a fairly large city, I find my mind returning to the story whenever I hear screams or shouts outside my window. I mute my computer or TV and strain my ears, trying to decipher if the cries are teenagers running around or someone being viciously attacked. It's a bit irrational not being called, so I'll just cover for a second.
It's a bit what? Ethan? 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 Hello, Ethan.
I'm back and I was given a bag. Okay. It's a bit irrational, I know, as my city has a fairly low murder rate, that the likelihood of myself being a witness to such an event is extremely unlikely. In
Or is
any
it?
case, I have always felt inclined to be acutely aware of these noises or fears that my neighbours would stand by while the unthinkable happened. Last night I was catching up on some bills and watching a show when I heard the yelling. I paused and listened, thinking it was probably some Halloween revelers enjoying themselves. The sound was unusual. It sounded like a man repeatedly blowing air out of his lungs but yelling it. It was
What?
clear.
What,
That
Ethan?
was that.
You describing
The
yourself?
clear. Leave me alone. I'm eating bagels. Hang on. Okay. It was the clear enunciation of you get the point. I don't know, whatever. I'd never heard anything like it before. I grabbed a sweater and went to stand on the balcony. The yell had ceased for the moment, but right as I gave up and turned to go back outside, I heard it again. The shouts were coming from the park behind my building. Being 8 floors up, it's difficult for me to see anyone clearly, especially at night. But I could make out the familiar figure of Trashy Flashy, the neighbourhood homeless man. So named because of the long trench coat he wears, seemingly without pants, and he knows what else. Trashy was standing in the park, facing my building and repeatedly yelling. I laughed a little with some relief. Soon after, someone had called me below me called "Shut up" out the window, to which Trashy responded one last before turning and shuffling away. It wasn't until this afternoon that the police arrived, evacuated my floor for the investigation. My next door neighbour was killed last night, and apparently by a stranger who'd snuck in through the building's back door. I never heard a thing.
Is that it?
Yeah, was Trashy trying to alert the guy, or
Kill him.
did Trashy kill him?
We will never know. Right, my turn to take it then, is it? Let me get a look. Thanks for time to change website. Changing website.
Is it?
Changing website. Uh, uh,
I'm just gonna eat my bagels, so I'm gonna go back for a bit here.
yeah, I'm looking for a story, Ethan. Ethan, I'm looking for a story, so
Oh
story
yeah,
time.
you know the Black Friday was our last day before we were off.
Uh-huh.
When we come in, I'm like, gosh. lights weren't working.
Ooh.
Now because we all turned on like the torch on our phone.
Which is on the road tonight? How does this sound?
Like, oh,
Oh wait, no. What?
that's a good thing. So, do that.
Night has fallen, and the moon is a glowing golden orb in the black sky. See how it shines on the dark back roads of America. And
Oh,
on
your
blood
voice
road
connected to my twist. Sorry.
in particular.
Even if you got a problem with my sound effects.
What the hell was that?
I have no idea. I see like a wee bar that has a wee thing, like a play sign, so I clicked it. Yeah, I'm not reading that 17 minutes long. Sorry, Sarah,
Ah!
whatever her name is. Trying to think. I don't know, someone's bound to know one. Time to go on Skype and find out anyone who knows a scary story.
Don't need to do that. Let's make up one. I'm gonna make up one, right?
Right, well, no, we'll do it in parts. I'll say a sentence and then you say a sentence.
Okay, let's make a game.
Right, it's your turn. You can go first.
When I woke up, that's how they all started. Originality there.
What did you say when I woke up?
Yeah.
The sun was pelting through the blinds.
You just stole that from that story I read earlier on.
Which one?
I don't know.
Right, keep
I
going.
got dressed in a school uniform. Exactly.
The radio automatically turned on, and I heard the whispers of dying children.
Look, you're nice, aren't you?
It's a scary story. It's gonna have to do.
They had been saying, don't go to school because
The teachers were
this
gonna kill
math
them.
lesson sucked.
Who's your? Have you got like a good teacher for maths? No. Good. No. Yes.
It's my form teacher, so I'm just gonna say yes. No, we don't need to go out. It can be alright.
Right. Right. Let's start a new one. Let's
It
start a new
can
one
be.
because this isn't going too good.
When I left class for lunch, I heard a dripping noise coming from the school bathroom.
So I went to turn off the tap, unknowing what would happen.
For fuck's sake, why do you have to go turn off the tap? It did not be like I entered and saw a puddle of red on the floor, thinking it was Gatorade or whatever. Is it
So I got on
Gatorade, the
my
orange
knees
red
and
drink?
licked up the
No, it's
red
Kool-Aid.
Gatorade. I got on my knees and licked up the red Kool-Aid. It did not taste good.
Oh no!
Even is that you? Is that you in that car?
I'm on a train.
So should I follow the train tracks to find you?
Yeah, you're not in my game again.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna rejoin.
Um,
Come on, your turn.
I'm Jesse Pinkman, bitch. What's for dinner? Is it breakfast? My Will Junior impersonation.
Right, come on, we get our story done.
Okay.
Right, tell me to start it.
Yeah.
Uh, It was a long, cold winter's evening. The fire was only out, and the draft had swept right through the house.
The giraffe? Why was there a giraffe in the house?
A draft.
Oh, I thought they said a giraffe. What? Big difference between a bit of wind and a giraffe.
Right, come on, it's your turn.
I then noticed there was a huge giraffe standing behind me.
It didn't make a noise, it just swung its neck at me.
It took a piss on my floor.
I was annoyed.
Then suddenly the piss lit on fire. It wasn't piss at all, it was petrol that had been hiding.
And Trevor came into my house and shot all of my brothers.
What is this? The O'Neill brothers?
Yeah, that's what
That's the mission.
that's what I was thinking when you said petrol, like, no.
After that, I realised they weren't really my brothers.
They were zombie ghosts
That were adopted.
by God.
It's giraffe.
By Jesus' pet giraffe. God.
That won't sound like, what's her name in Family Guy?
I don't know. What?
No. Forget her name.
Consuela?
Consuela, that's what it is, yeah.
Right, come on. Let's get a good scary one going.
I don't know how to. I'm eating bagels.
Alright, I'll do 2 sentences and then you can like try and pick it up from there. Oh, we try and think of something we haven't started yet. The town was empty. I reached for my bag. Nothing was there. There was a deafening silence throughout the town.
Oh, I'll just like steal what we done in this last year.
Yeah.
A definite silence.
Deafening silence throughout the town. The wind felt like it was going to sweep me off my feet. Until, right now, you can take it after until.
Until a huge bolt of lightning hit in front of me and felt like a bass drum kicking me in the teeth. Is that one?
Yeah, that'll do. It was no normal lightning because it smoked far longer than any other lightning I've ever seen.
It was a huge beam coming from a strange aircraft above.
I threw a stone into it. It was instantly vaporized.
I then looked at my arm and realised how the hell did I throw a stone that far?
So my instincts took over me, and I walked into the beam of light.
Don't go into the light, I whispered.
But it was too late. I'd already stood in the light.
At least I thought to myself.
What?
What's a daisy? Oops.
But I wasn't vaporized. I had started to rise. 50,
Everyone
60.
else in the town was in the spacecraft.
And these aliens with big long
these
fingers.
aliens said, look what you have done to the others. You've got it. Called their dude, whatever.
So one of
Agent.
Agent.
I don't care about the others.
Then one alien with a particularly long finger walked towards me. Here you go.
He said,
Bend over.
I beat infinity.
Is BT good? How come could the wee boy in ET feel the alien even though he was gone? Like, if ET suddenly died, does that mean the wee boy would just die at the same time?
Yeah.
What if ET liked the sausage rolls and stuff and he had a heart attack?
He didn't like sausage rolls.
Well, like, fine, what if ET liked blue alien jelly or something?
He would have added.
What else can we talk about? Are we allowed to give any like information about the movie or what?
Well, I have none, so you'd have to do that.
What do you mean you don't? You have loads? What?
I don't have any.
You do? Sure. I've given you just as much information as what I have about it. Basically, there's one zombie in the whole movie. There we go.
Spoiler alert.
I'm gonna bet $100. Cause basically all I have. Oh, son of shotgun. Son of. Son of. Purchase. No.
I don't care what happened to the others.
Are we still doing this thing with the aliens? No.
Oh, feck, I ran over to head died. No. Are we?
I don't know, are we? I got like the best idea for a movie ever.
What?
I haven't done it yet. Shit, I nearly killed like one of my own people. It's okay. Yeah, it's 24 hours till the sun rises. Ethan, did you figure out?
Yeah.
Did you figure out what that thing means that I sent you in Japanese?
It meant something that if I translated it, you would give me a Jaffa kick.
Didn't it?
You didn't give me a Jaffa kick.
I may have to run over somebody in this team deathmatch.
I want that Jaffa kick.
But you didn't translate it. I had to translate it for you.
No.
It was a test, Ethan, and you failed. Failed that
I
test.
did not feel I got it right.
You failed.
I got right.
You failed. Because for a start, all you'd done was like literally translate. You didn't use your mind. You didn't use them brains. Like,
I don't have any.
yes, you do. You didn't use them brains to think like what it would actually mean. Through the eternal sea he stands, rising armies on either shore.
Oh yeah, but that is something from Mars Gospel or what?
Through the eternal sea he rises, creating armies on either shore, setting man against his brother till man exists no more.
What the hell is that from?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Mars Gospel. I hate Mars Gospel.
No, I'm pretty sure it's from like Leviticus or whatever.
That's bad. Mars Gospel. I don't like it. I just gonna be like, it's probably gonna kill me. It's gonna cause me more misery than good. Kind of the opposite of what you should do. I ran out of bagels. Every novel.
Oh, lucky. Cheer.
Hear my
Kind of nightmare.
my favorite song on the GTA radio.
Lucky, you alright? You alright?
Al was the man outside your window.
I don't know, the blinds are closed. I'm smart. I'm smarter than the average bird.
Alright.
I'm smarter than the average bird. So what else is happening in the news? In the news? News. Bloody, why are you getting yourself all
Isn't there
flustered?
like I don't know. When's the fireworks display on?
Thursday, I
Isn't that
told you
usually
I'll already. Oh,
what?
fuck. You have to get hit by a car. Am I on a mission now? I don't know. I don't know if am I. Right, even I can join you now, I think. Yeah, I'm getting us some artwork for our movie now.
Paint for the win. It is so cold inside that I have resorted to wearing a beanie cap indoors. Oh, speaking of which, I'm getting a new hat. Guess what it is?
What?
Santa S on the front of it. Although you get the wrong bus in the morning. You get one that you have to get off of.
Yeah, but it's far more relaxed. And plus, I'm like a zombie at that time in the morning. So, like, I will have no clue what's happening, which means I can sleep.
Get the later bus then.
No, I could not be arsed. Because I have to
That
figure.
just makes no sense.
Because I have to figure out, like.
Not be asked to get a bus that is later than the earlier one, which means you have less time for.
Yeah, but, like, I couldn't be asked, because then I have to get my injections and all later. Which just isn't fun, Ethan.
Okay, just clear that up that it's not heroin, okay?
Yeah, it's not. But I'm pretty sure this has been a topic before.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Someone tell me. Someone comment if it has or not.
Does anyone even watch this long enough to even figure out if you asked that question?
Well, this has been like our most interesting one, I feel, so far.
Really?
Yeah, because we've told stories. Right, Ethan, I'm finding you. I'm finding you.
You're not even. Oh, you're in the game.
I'm finding you. Just.
Where are you?
I need you to stay still.
Are you in the city?
Stay still for a few
Oh, do you know where
minutes.
the bank is? Where you can go to and rob?
No. I'm pretty sure I've done that
Robbery.
mission though in like normal GTA.
No, you can go into it online. You can't rob it, but you can go into it.
Right. Stay there. Just stay still. I'm on my way.
I'm on my way back into the city, so you may as well get there.
Yeah, what else can we talk about for a good? We've got like 20 minutes left to do. No less. We've got 5
Oh,
minutes.
that thing, that what you done on Friday? That was a pretty cool thing.
What did I do on Friday?
Well, you look like nuts.
Yeah, that's because I am not safe.
No, the thing.
The what thing?
The thing in the park.
The thing on the bark?
The park.
Quit chewing bark. I'm gonna run someone over. Aim the CCFC that.
Right near me. Oh,
No.
kill. Oh.
See the damage that done to my car? Ethan, I'm just gonna wait here and you can find me. Is that alright? Halloween's my favourite time of year, you know? Ethan, what about you?
What?
What's your favourite time of year?
My favorite hymn.
Time of year.
Time.
Time of year, yeah.
Oh, 7 o'clock in the morning. No, I don't even like mornings. Only whenever races are on. Other than that, I hate mornings. Probably around the weather now, but not when it's raining cold and windy, but when it's like sunny but cold.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So autumn.
Yeah. I like summer for the most part, but I can't sleep at night in summer whenever it's really warm.
And then you know at the end of summer you have to go back to school.
Yeah. So you're dreading that for like after the first week. Like I'm already dreading going back to school. I've only been off what, a day and a bit.
Yes.
Almost 2 days.
Well, like we've only properly been off 2 days, but we've actually off like 4 days.
Yeah. And then we're off next Monday as well. And I'm just like, I'm dreading going back.
It's Tuesday as well. Tuesdays are stinking for me.
I hate every day. And
Some
take a
days are
guess what my
good. Like
least hated subject is. Or no,
even
what my
even
most
though you
hated
coming to
subject is.
find me, I'm standing on a coke truck.
Take a guess what my most hated subject is.
French
No. Actually,
music.
that's up there. Yes, I hate it.
Considering though that like that was the subject that you actually like had to get through as well.
Yeah.
Like
And
it
mine
was like
is small. Mine is really good.
even though you close to me, you close to me.
Near to the city.
I got I got stars for going into an abandoned car. No, no, bad place, man. I'm gonna pay and spray. I'm gonna pay and spray my car. Sounds just like that, Ethan. Wasn't a good idea to drive past the police station, was it, when you've got stars? Just gonna hide in here. Just gonna hide.
And BI back.
BRB.
Huh?
BRB.
I'm back.
Where'd you even go?
What subject do you hate most?
I'm trying to think. Really don't like religion.
The teacher?
It's just altogether like just religion in general.
The class?
It's just it's just not really a subject that I like. But it's
I
supposed
don't
to
like my
go and be a bit better now that it isn't all about like God and all like it's actually about like real stuff. Ethan, Ethan, my car's spazzing out.
The way you just said that, you might offend.
It scared me. It was like a possessed car. Did you know The Exorcist was based on a true story? That's that's that's
I
bull.
don't believe it.
It's bull.
I know where I am.
Even you're above me. Go back. Reverse.
I'm not. I'm in a bank.
Do you want me to go to you? Do you want me to find you? Oh,
Yeah, come back.
what?
Yes, you can find me.
Let's get a good car. This car's empty. It's driving itself. Yeah, Ethan. Ethan, we made it to an hour and 20 minutes. Just thought you'd like to know. So, we're going to say
I'll end
bye-bye.
it there.
We're going to say bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.